To tell us more, we can speak now to our correspondent Emmanuelle Chaze, who is standing by for us in Berlin this hour. Emmanuelle, we heard from a spokesperson where you are earlier this week who said that discussions this Friday will focus on, quote, outstanding international questions. Just what is, though, on the agenda where you are, in Moscow this Friday?
Well, of course, top of the agenda today in the discussions between Angela Merkel and Vladimir Putin will be the situation in Afghanistan, with both Germany and Russia having diametrically opposed views on the Taliban, with Moscow saying it was ready to work with the Taliban and Berlin being much more cautious. And, Heiko Maas, the German foreign minister, had announced that Germany would actually stop its financial aid to Afghanistan, which amount to around 430 million euros per year should the Taliban come to power. So Afghanistan, top of the list, but not only. As you mentioned, the diplomatic relations between Russia and Germany have been really tensed over the past few years. You've reminded about the poisoning of Alexei Navalny, who was brought to Germany, nursed back to health in Germany. But there was also this murder, more than a year ago, of a Chechen commander in the center of Berlin in broad daylight by Russian special services. There's also the annexation of Crimea by Russia. There's the Ukraine conflict also on the agenda at a time where relations between Berlin and Moscow are really tense indeed.
And Emmanuelle, this Friday's meeting in the Russian capital is, of course, likely to be the last before Angela Merkel steps down from Germany's political stage.
Exactly, and that will be the 20th bilateral meeting between the two leaders. They do know each other very well. Vladimir Putin actually lived in Germany in the 80s when he was a KGB agent based in Leipzig. He speaks German fluently. He knows the German culture very well, and just as does Angela Merkel for Russian culture. She's also fluent in Russian. So two world leaders who are used to each other, who are used to dealing with each other, with Angela Merkel, who has always endeavored to keep the relations, diplomatic relations going with Moscow. She sees it as her duty, also as her duty to bring Germany and Russia closer. For example, she was one of the fiercest advocates to keep the gasoduct project Nord Stream 2 alive at a time where all other Western powers were telling her not to continue this economic endeavor. But she did so also to maintain the diplomatic relations between the two countries. So a very important, probably last bilateral meeting between Angela Merkel and Vladimir Putin today in Moscow.
Emmanuelle Chaze, our correspondent in Berlin, thank you very much.